I was actually introduced to LOGIX quite some time ago. Having been in the industry for about 6 years prior to LOGIX, I'd always come across LOGIX, never could compete against them, had to walk away. But when the last telecom company I was with closed doors, I had some friends that immediately came over to LOGIX, and they kept calling me up, wanting me to come over. And just to get them off my back, I finally decided to come over for an interview and realized that LOGIX truly was a different kind of telecom company, and the company that I really wanted to work for, a company that I didn't think existed out there. And started in June of '06 and haven't turned around since. Prior to joining LOGIX is a time in my life I'd rather not reflect on too long. We kind of lived hand to mouth, is check to check. Both my wife and I were working. She actually, a couple of years ago, hurt her back. She actually suffered a spinal injury, and she was no longer able to work. I actually had to pick up a second job. Shortly thereafter, I actually started with LOGIX and realized how things have changed dramatically. With Carrie not being able to work, Duncan in school, it was tough even before she hurt her back, because there was after school care we'd have to pay for and just have to really struggle to make ends meet month to month. And that's changed now. One of the biggest obstacles for me when I first started LOGIX, and one of the reasons why I was hesitant about getting back into telecom, was the fact that in order to get deals, you would make big promises. And knowing or not knowing whether or not the company I was working for would be able to deliver on those promises. Once I started with LOGIX, I realized that LOGIX was different, that when we made promises, LOGIX delivered. And that LOGIX truly is a different kind of telecom company. My first real financial milestone actually just happened. When I was doing my taxes this year, when comparing '07 to '06, I realized that I've made more this year than my whole family did last year or previous years. I realized that I can actually provide for my family, especially with my wife not being able to work, and not just have to make ends meet just to get the things we need, but I can provide them the things that we want and enjoy life. Well, how my lifestyle has changed since coming on board with LOGIX is just dramatic. Instead of just trying to struggle to make ends meet, we can now take the time to schedule vacations, go skiing in Colorado, schedule a trip up to the Black Hills of South Dakota to see Mount Rushmore, extravagant dinners, take the time to enjoy life. LOGIX is a place to put down roots because simply this is the best telecom company in the industry. Having been in this industry for 8 years now, I've made some comparisons, and with the guarantees that aren't just hollow words, that actually a company delivers on, that has the lowest turnover ratio, that has customer loyalty, takes care of not only its employees but its customers as well. Put simply, the agent program just rocks. It's a win-win-win situation for everybody. It's a win for our agents because it gives them more exposure, gives them more value to their customers, brings in LOGIX to them, introduces them to LOGIX. It's a win for us as a company because it brings us more employees. But it's a win for me too because it brings me more customers. And I think as our agents utilize us more, they're going to forget all about their agent deals with other companies because they're going to realize LOGIX is truly the best company out there. Since I started here at LOGIX, I've realized I've brought home a tremendous amount of goodies. Not only do I have a couple of new TVs, including a 50-inch plasma, a 26-inch LCD, I've got 3 stars on my desk for the Employee of the Quarter. I've been in the Cashinator multiple times, probably won a couple of grand in there. I've won a trip to Paris, going to St. Croix, which I am just totally jazzed about, and that's only going to continue from here on in. Next year, Costa Rica. Future in LOGIX for me is just unlimited. As with my successes just continue to grow, my ultimate goal is within the next 2 years to be manager and just continue to be successful, help other people and be successful, help grow my team, help grow the company. And there is no other telecom other than LOGIX. LOGIX is the best.